Hi everyone, Dr. Fink here. Today's topic, should bodybuilders blast and cruise or should they stop a cycle, get completely off and start with a new cycle? Quick disclaimer, this is not medical advice, this is entertainment only and I don't recommend anybody to take anabolic steroids. So what happens if somebody is on a cycle? So here we have our timeline, we have time in month, and we have our testosterone and our sperm production on the vertical axis. So let's put on some landmarks here: 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. So let's say somebody stopped their steroid cycle. Let's say somebody was on a couple of compounds and then they stopped right here. If they stop cold turkey, they don't take any ancillary drugs to recover their testosterone production, testosterone might need a couple of months to slowly recover, like this. Okay, so it might take 3 6 months for the HPGA axis to re-stimulate the testes to start producing testosterone. However, if somebody is taking HCG, for example, which is mimicking luteinizing hormone, that can kickstart the own testosterone production, and this can happen a little earlier, like so. So this is with ancillary drugs like HCG for post-cycle therapy, and this is without. So what happens to sperm production? Sperm production will have a time lag with testosterone, since we need a testosterone first to produce new healthy sperm. And this time lag is often 2 to 3 months. So if it took us 6 months to recover without ancillary drugs, this might take up to 9 months or longer to slowly recover with our sperm production. If we take an ancillary drug such as HCG, this can happen a little sooner, maybe at around 6 months, and look something like this. So as you can see, if somebody doesn't take any ancillary drugs, this recovery, let's say this is the level someone has to reach to become totally fertile again. Well, let's put it here. You can see that this can take more than 12 months if there's no ancillary drugs such as HCG involved. It can take years to recover your sperm production and to become fertile again. With ancillary drugs, this can get faster, especially testosterone can recover faster. But keep in mind that with HCG, you're basically tricking your body into producing testosterone, and it doesn't mean that your HPGA axis is totally recovered yet. Okay, so keep that in mind. So either way, with or without ancillary drugs, a total recovery might take a couple of months, if not close to a year or longer. Okay, so if somebody says, I'm gonna do a cycle for 3 months and then get off for 3 months and then do a cycle again, and during those 3 months he's off, he will do nothing. Well, his testosterone and sperm levels will be bottom low. They will be most likely close to zero. So all the gains that individual made during the 3 months he was on the cycle, if he goes off the cycle, testosterone will be low and sperm will be low. So with a very low testosterone level, it is very hard to build muscle or maintain the muscle mass. So he will most likely decrease or lose a lot of the gains he made during his steroid cycle. And testosterone is also not only there for muscle building purposes, but a lot of our body functions need testosterone. So during those 3 months, he will feel most likely terrible, and a lot of body functions might not not be functioning well. So stopping cold turkey after a steroid cycle for 3 months and then doing another cycle might look something like that and sounds terrible. What happens if he takes ancillary drugs? Probably the same scenario. depending on the compounds that have been used during the cycle, if it was only short-acting compounds, such as orals, it can recover faster. But if there were long-acting esters, such as nandrolone, involved, this will get pushed even further away. And even if they use ancillary drugs such as HCG or clomiphene or Nolvadex, the 3 months he is on those ancillary drugs will not do much to recover his own production. And it might be basically doing not much for his health. Okay, so if somebody went on a cycle for 3 months and he's planning to keep on taking PEDs and keep on building muscle, in order to avoid this bottom of zero testosterone and uh, zero muscle building abilities, this a TRT dose would help this individual to keep his body functioning well and to somehow keep his muscle mass during the time period he is off his steroid cycle. Okay, so if he takes, let's say, 200 milligrams per week on his off time and he's bridging those 3 months, he will basically minimize or diminish the damage from a heavy cycle while he maintains a healthy testosterone level and maintains regular body functions correlated with healthy testosterone levels. Okay, so keeping testosterone healthy at a healthy level while you're getting off the harsh steroids is usually much better than getting off completely, since you will most likely not recover your testosterone and your sperm production within those 3 months of off cycle. On the other hand, if somebody says, oh, I'm doing just one cycle and I want to get off afterwards, well, of course. Or let's say next year I want to do another cycle, then a better option would probably be to take ancillary drugs and to speed up his own recovery until he's doing another cycle next year. Okay, but if the time interval between the cycles are only a couple of weeks, let's say three months to 6 months, then using a TRT to keep your healthy testosterone level can help with keeping the gains from the cycle and keeping a healthy body, since testosterone is needed for a lot of body functions. Okay, so this is the main message from this figure. And so if I recap, blast and cruise or coming off a cycle, I would say that blast and cruise is the option that leads to more muscle gains in the long run and less side effects from low testosterone, compared to going on a harsh cycle and then going completely off and then repeating. Okay, so keep in mind that blast and cruise, the blast might be the heavy steroid cycle, and then the cruise should not be interpreted as, oh, it is cruising, so I will still do 500 milligrams of testosterone and 600 milligrams of nandrolone. No, this cruise should really be a minimal dose of testosterone only that keeps your testosterone levels in a healthy range. Okay, so that's the main purpose of this cruise. It is not a light steroid cycle, it is really TRT to keep you, to bridge you between those cycles and to avoid extended periods of time of the damage that heavy steroid cycle can induce to your body. All right, I hope this video was helpful, and please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.